Why are you letting the F word control your life? It's not supposed to be controlling your doors. What are you doing? You already know it's not to your benefit, and yet it still happens. It happens to me too, though. It's rough. It's because it's something everyone needs to overcome for their own sake. Let's be real. Welcome to the Complicated but Kinda Simple podcast. I'm here today with another video. I am so happy to have this up. I've been thinking about this just for a little bit, not too long, but it seems really important, and if it's important, I'm making a video over it. So let's get started. And it starts with doors. Life is gonna have some doors opened and some closed for you. And to be completely honest, we don't always know which are open and which are closed. And it kind of stinks, but it's good. Because, when a door is closed in life, it's gonna be, I take it as a way of progression, as a measurement. If I can't get a job that I want, if I can't get into a position that I want to get into, there's clearly something between now and there that I do not have, right? So if I don't have that, that's improvement. That's something I need to work at. That's a measurement of doing things. Something is done. Something has changed, And I find that exciting. And, sometimes we don't know we have opportunities in store for us, certain scholarships, certain friendships, certain schools, or even just experiences that we want to have that we don't know that are actually available to us. And then sometimes we think we can do things that isn't actually the case, Same thing goes. You think you can make it to a certain school, but you can't. And you think you're friends with someone, but you're not. And you think you can get a job, but if you were to apply in that moment, they'd be like, no. And it's difficult because a lot of people want things that they can't have. But I think instead of thinking it as, I need to get to this goal, what can I do that I enjoy to get me to that goal? I think that's a better way of thinking about it. And it really is going to be a way to show not other people, but more so yourself, improvement. And I would also be wary of doors that life has opened for you that you have not taken to the opportunity to go through them, I forget what it is. It's kind of embarrassing. It's something in school like time, value of opportunity, something like that. Where if you, that's not good, but if you put your time into one area, and I can totally hear anyone listening to this being like, oh my gosh, it's just, you're right there, dude. I was like, no, I'm leaving it alone. That door's shut now. Nope, not doing it. But in order to do one thing, you have to take up time and energy and resources that you could have done in another. And that's okay, as long as you're progressing, in my opinion, because that's experiencing life and it's being active and moving. But what I would be very just aware of is making sure that it's not just letting opportunities go. It's not letting things pass by that you could have done and you just didn't feel like it in the moment, and then later you're really wishing you did that. You're really wishing that you put in the little or the major amount of effort that you should have or could have put in order to achieve something a lot bigger, you know? This is not to say that every single time you have an opportunity that you should jump in, because, you know, let's be realistic. There's a lot of things that seem too good to be true. There's a lot of places where if they tell you, oh, you only got like this much time for a deal, and if you don't do it, you're gonna regret it. That's not what I'm talking about right here. Don't mix it up. You should still be conscious and rational and make sure you actually want something and that it feels, you know, right. Although I don't know how to describe that, to be completely honest. I think those are still criteria you should meet, and making sure that it's not just something that is actually going to screw you over, you know, like a contract that you didn't know you signed that now you're stuck in. Don't just jump into things, but yeah, make sure that you're not also letting things just pass by you and an opportunity that life or just someone that comes to you is giving you go just because, oh, I wasn't feeling it. Well, maybe get yourself used to when life does bring you something and be like, you know what, yeah, I will. And a lot of the time it's the F word that stops us, right? Fear. It's fear. And this happens with me, family. I see it a lot, especially now because of young guys, friends I have, just people that I know where they have an opportunity right in front of them to do something, and they may even want to go do it, but they don't pursue it because there's just that little thing stopping them. And then that little thing, which isn't always, but a lot of the time is fear that is stopping them. That's not good, you know. It's holding them back, and it's driving their life. It's taken away from themselves, and I'm very guilty of this, which is kind of the reason I was making this video, because I realized that happened to me, where it was sometimes I'm fearful of certain things and I won't take an opportunity, and you know, I'm expecting, metaphorically speaking, but like a tiger on the other side of the door, but little do I know it's like exactly what I wanted. So it's something that I had to think about and really truly reflect on what I'm letting pass me just because you know, I'm not willing to just stand up and be like, no, like I'm gonna do this, like I don't really care how it goes, because you know, you gotta fail, you gotta take L's in life. And this is also to say, this is a specific fear. Usually this isn't, maybe not specific, but it's one type of fear or one style out of many, because there's like fears that are justified, and I wanted to go into how this is just fear of unknown, fear of something that just because I'm not sure and one thing isn't in order and not everything is in place, that it's just all gonna go down. It's like, no. That fear that you have that is almost pointless, stopping you from doing what you truly want, is the fear that I wanted to tackle, because I have really tried to live by this, and I was even doing this in an interaction with someone where I felt that if I didn't do something, and just so y'all don't get worried, this wasn't a romantic relationship, no. This is more about just like a friend, and I felt that if I didn't do something that felt right in that moment, if I didn't truly act and let whatever fear I had come in the way of me and my action, that I was going to feel worse because of it. And I think that happens to a lot of people. Therefore, it's really good to reflect on sometimes why you have that fear, and it'll go away because you'll come to the conclusion, at least I do, of, well, I'm better off doing it anyways because that fear just isn't doing me any good. Or you'll go to the reflection of, well, maybe I do have fears and maybe it will go wrong, but that isn't justifying the just negative consequences of not trying. That isn't justified in just not even trying in the first place. So this is kind of a reflection of how life is gonna open doors for you, and you should be on the lookout of when things can go wrong. I get that, but also if you really want something, or even if you're not too sure if you want it, if you see an opportunity, consider it, and the time limit for every opportunity isn't the same. I understand that, but also then don't let fear guide you, because if you do, the only one that's gonna be hurt most of the time is yourself. Now, please don't be bringing this out of context, for like people in bad places. I just thought of how that could be misused and interpreted in a negative way. I'm saying this for things that genuinely will have a positive impact on yourself and on other people, because like I said, there is justified fears, but when you let that guide you, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel a whole lot worse than if you were willing to just step up to the plate. And who cares if you're a little fearful, get after it. I don't got no time for that. I'm busy. I'm trying to do stuff, but that's pretty much the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you have a great day or night, and yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.